Decisions can be hard to take, but we made it easier for you.
We got to know that D-tree creation and configuration eats up a lot of ops team's valuable time. So we, super team at Cred, set out to solve it once and for all.
Presenting the part 1 of our solution, where we are utilizing AI to create D trees using natural language. The platform that we have created in order to generate D tree from natural language. Towards the left, we have the panel where the D tree output is generated. Towards the right, we have the chat panel where we can select our model. We can select any attachment like any documents. We also have the settings panel where we have to set the API key. So I have already set it. So now let's enter a prompt and ask it to generate a D tree for me. So right now I've written this statement and let's see if it is able to generate it for me. So now we can see that the D tree has been generated. We have the root node, we have the leaf nodes here as well, and we can see clearly that the true and false signify which is the positive and which is the negative node. Then we also have the feature to chat with the node. Like if you have like error here, you can select the node and you may decide to chat with the node, which is similar to how we chat to file in cursor. So we can chat with this node and ask for any change that we require. Like let's say we want to change the segment here. So we can say that change the segment to maybe is new user and it will do it for us. Now we can see that the segment has been changed and now it is checking if it is a new user. So it has changed the segment and it also ensures that the subtree is not disturbed. So that is the edit feature for like a particular node. We also have the feature to restore, like let's say you want to go back in time, or if the newly created tree is not up to your liking, you can go back and restore the previous version. So here you can see that we are back in is employee section. And if we want to like go back to the new change, we can click the restore button to the message. So that is about that. We can also see the JSON structure of the page where we can see the positive node and the negative nodes and so on. We can also copy the JSON, which can be further used in the old heartbeat in case you want to implement it there as well. So that is about this. So let's say that you were working on generation of the tree and midway through the page reloaded or you lost the connection or the app crashed somehow. So let's replicate that. And now you can see that we have the panel, but we also have the history option. So we can restore to a certain point. Like let's say, let's go back to where we were earlier. So you can see that we still have the option saved in our local storage. So that is our backup mechanism for this as well.
I hope you like the part 1 of our solution. Now time for part 2. Using AI to generate rules engine for rewards OS. App module. Here, let's say the ops team goes to the campaigns and let's say he creates campaign. Just a demo description, campaign type, let's say anything, streak, published, start date. So here it is. So when the ops team clicks on the plus button, there we are giving them the option to generate with AI. When on clicking with generate with AI, here they can see a side panel where they can chat with the AI and a main panel where they will eventually get the JSON that will convert it into a rule engine. Here they can select their models and now let's paste a prompt. Create a rule if user has exactly one application order based on US attribute this, num app orders and the number of orders is 120, or if the user has exactly one application order. Enter. So here is the output, and here you can see this is the JSON, which will eventually convert into a rule engine. And here's a validate, because we already have the access of all the US attributes that rewards OS uses. So we can actually do a validation of what operator it will support. Let's say user gives any number or any operand, even though he doesn't have the knowledge of it. अभी नहीं यार, ये तो flow ही खराब कर दी मैंने. नहीं जाओ, इधर से मैं कट मारता हूँ. So here is the generated JSON and here is the validate button. Validate button is basically to check the number of US attributes that the rewards OS supports, the operator it supports, the LHS, RHS container, everything that the US global API supports. So if you'll see that this order count is not supported. So now the user can type, let's say this US attribute is not supported. He can look for the US attribute. So this is wrong. You have to use this attribute. So now it will eventually update the JSON. This AI has the context of all the current generated JSON and all the previous chats we had with it. So you can see it has corrected the attribute, and now we will do validate. You can see the validation is successful, and only when the validation is successful, only then we will approve and apply. This validation is an important step because we match it with the global API, the backend response we currently have, so that we can create a much useful context-aware decision tree. So you can see the form is now pre-filled, and this is